In this video, we're going to look at adding and subtracting with zeros and opposites. Let's begin by looking at a few definitions. So we call the number 0 the additive identity for the operation of addition, since adding 0 to any number doesn't change the number's value. So for example, 3 plus 0 equals 3, or 0 plus 3 equals 3. So adding 0 to a number gives back itself. So we think of that as an additive identity because it gives back the same number. In addition, we call the opposite of a number's additive inverse, since adding any number and its opposite gives a result of 0. So 3 plus negative 3, you could think of the positive 3 chips, 3 negative chips. They cancel each other out and you'd get 0. And negative 3 plus 3 equals 0. So notice for both of these, reversing the order maintains the fact that they equal that quantity. But now subtraction is not commutative, so we can't directly apply these ideas, but we can use similar ideas in some cases. So subtracting 0 from a number, like 3 minus 0, gives back the number. But notice when you reverse the order, 0 minus 3 is not going to be 3, it's actually negative 3. So you could think of this as, on the number line, if we start at 0 and we go to the left 3, we would be at negative 3. Also, inverses do not directly apply like they did here. Okay. However, we can say that if you subtract a number from itself, the result is 0. So 3 minus 3 is 0, or negative 3 minus negative 3 is 0. So let's look at some examples. Now notice all of these problems we could actually do already, but we just want to look at them under the view of inverses and identities, because that can sometimes make things easier. So 0 plus 5, anything added to a number, any time 0 is added to a number, you get back the number. Same case here, 5 plus 0 is 5, so that's the additive identity. Additive inverses say if you add a number to its opposite, you get back to the identity 0. And here we have it in the reverse order, and it's also 0. Okay. Any number plus 0 gives back the number, so this would be negative 5, and that's true in either case. So here we also have negative 5. In this case, we don't have an additive identity or an additive inverse. We're adding a number to itself. So 5 plus 5 is 10. Negative 5 plus negative 5 is negative 10. So just to compare and contrast those when we're adding the opposite. Now let's look at subtraction. Okay. So if we have a number and we subtract 0, we get back the number. Negative 5 minus 0, well, we get back the number negative 5. A number minus itself, so 5 minus 5 gives us 0. A number minus itself, negative 5 minus negative 5 gives us 0. Now remember, reversing the direction gives us the opposite. So 0 minus 5 is not 5, it is negative 5. And it's the opposite of the result above, so this is negative 5. 0 minus negative 5 would be the opposite of the result above it, which is positive 5. And you could think of changing this to addition, change subtraction to addition, change the sign of negative 5 to positive 5, and we get 5. Okay. These ones are a little tricky because they almost look like they should be 0 because the numbers are so similar. But let's be careful. Let's rewrite them as addition. 5 minus negative 5 is the same as 5 plus the opposite of negative 5, which is 5. So this is 10. Let's rewrite this as addition. Keep the first number, change subtraction to addition. 5 is positive, change it to a negative. And negative 5 plus negative 5 is negative 10.